Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm playing World of Tanks on PlayStation 4, and the topic of today's video, as you can tell, is basically one of the craziest things to happen in any sort of, World of Tanks game, and that's if I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna take you with me, you motherfucker. That's especially what happened here. I'm using this tier 4 Convenator British light tank, which is fucking terrible, but an equally garbage tank in the Lee is a pretty easy target, considering the Lee should be more of a some sort of a tank destroyer than an actual medium or tank. Regardless, that's essentially how I focused on today's video. Is if in these gameplays my team was either winning, losing. In this case, we were losing. And I wasn't going to go down without a fight, so after trying to go across the entire map on Himmelsdorf, which is pretty difficult, I decided, okay, I'll take out the Lee, and next there's going to be, I will let that light tank go in front of me so I can use him as a cover, which overall was, I don't know how smart of an idea that eventually was, because I take him out right here, and I fucking die, because I think there was a tank destroyer somewhere in the corridors of this map. Next up, we got the Tier 5 T1 heavy tank, which is one of my favorite heavy tanks of the Tier 5 class. It's just an absolute beast. I love it. I hate the fact that I had to get rid of it when I was moving up in tiers to save a garage spot. But I think I might bring it back one day. But regardless, this one was pretty, this one was a little bit more action-packed, so to speak. In this video, or in this clip here, I was being pushed from several different angles. I think I had pushed in a wrong spot. Thankfully, my team was competent, and they were taking care of enemies on the other side of the map. Where I am, though, was pretty close to the enemy spawn, and I was getting whittled down by this French heavy tank, which was fucking terrible. And I was able to take care of him pretty quickly. There's still some enemies all around me here. Actually, was this the center of the map, or actually no? I'm actually closer by the my spawn than I thought. Now that I'm actually looking at this back, and it's pretty crazy though, because the T1 heavy doesn't really do well when it comes to damage. If it gets hit, yeah, you'll survive for a couple seconds, but you're not going to take more than 5 hits depending on how big the pen is. But honestly though, I was just doing everything I could though to whittle down the enemy tanks, because as you can see, we have the advantage. And like I said, I'm down to like less than half health. I might as well try and take one more tank out, or attempt to take one more tank out, which is essentially what I did. I think I am pursuing, I don't know if that is a heavy tank or a light tank. That's the captured KV-1. One of my nemesis is at tier 5. I can tell you that much. But now that I'm watching this back, I haven't seen this gameplay in a very, very long time. It was this tank right here that I just, this little medium tank. I was like, you know what, fuck this guy. I'm going to take him off the face of the earth. 2 hits, done for. As you can tell right there. I don't think it might have been a tier 3 tank or some shit, because he went down like a sack of potatoes, honestly. But of course, that captured KV-1, my one nemesis in World of Tanks at tier 5, because I can't fucking kill this thing to save my life. Takes me out with very, very fast reload time. It's a far too fast reload time, which is why I hate premium tanks being in regular matchmaking. And finally, on this gameplay here, another example. If I'm going to go down, I'm going to take you with me. I was using the Tier 5 M4, one of my favorite tanks to use in the game. Again, a tank that does not do well when it comes to taking damage. It will probably, if you're not using this properly, you will more than likely get taken out pretty soon into the game. But here I was trying to go on a nice little flank, and looking over to their spawn area and their base. And I find a couple of tanks. I think there's an instance right here or somewhere close up. I spot a couple of tanks I put some damage into a few of them from afar. And there's, at one point in time, and you'll see it eventually in the game, at one point in time I have no choice but to push a heavy tank that was harassing me and more than likely harassing my team as I track that one, looks like it could be another M4 tank. And thank God he went down, because I had already taken a little bit of damage there off that shot. At this point I'm trying to regroup and figure out what to do next. Because, you know, I hate to admit this, but I'm a very gung-ho person when it comes to World of Tanks sometimes. I try to play conservatively as much as I can, but if the time calls for it, if I see an opportunity to take the other tank out, I will take that opportunity. Like in this case here, I saw that M4, you know, giving me a broadside or a side armor, which is the easiest fucking armor to hit in the game. And I was going to take advantage of it. I tracked him, put some damage into him, and he didn't stand a chance. And that tank destroyer there I'm trying to compete with apparently is not taking any damage whatsoever, because either I'm missing my shots or they're deflecting off his front armor. Either way, my little distraction towards him basically allowed my team to take him out. So even if I don't, the same thing is, even if I don't get kills when doing this type of strategy, you know, if I'm going to go down, I'm going to take you with me and all that jazz. You know, the most I want to do is wipe out the enemy, or at least take out the enemy tank I'm shooting at as much as I humanly possibly can, because there's got to be, at some point in time, you know, there's going to be a time we get into a really big gunfight with the tank, and it's just like, if I know I'm going to die here, but it's probably best that I damage him as much as I can, and hopefully my team cleans him up after I die. And that's usually sometimes, like I said early on in the match, because shit just happens, you know what I mean? But here I am. Here's the big push, the big dick swinging push here that I had. This heavy tank here, I don't quite know what it is, but it's an American heavy tank. And I was just circling that motherfucker. Meanwhile, his buddy, I think he's trying to push me off in this instance, but his buddy is, I'm shooting at him. His buddy next to him was shooting at me. I took a little bit of damage from behind, which is an awful idea. But meanwhile, I'm still penning him. Apparently, I'm faster than his gun can traverse. So that's actually good. But meanwhile, I'm also trying to get good side armor, and I finally get that kill there on that heavy tank. But lo and behold, there's another tank harassing my team, and I have to once again go gung-ho, get a couple of shots on him. I think I tracked him right there in that instance. And I said, fuck it, I'm going to die anyway. Let me just put a little bit more damage into him, and I just decide to ram him for, you know, shits and giggles. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is what happens. If I got to go down, motherfucker, I'm taking you down with me, or I'm going to damage you at least. That is today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed this World of Tanks gameplay. It's been a while since I brought it on the channel. Had these gameplays saved up, and I was like, you know what? This is the perfect topic to talk about. Because I'm pretty sure more than one person has experienced what I have displayed in these couple of gameplays here. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.